Good morning, students. Welcome back to the world of business studies. From today, we are going to start chapter number 7, Directing, and this is first video of it. Let's discuss about concept, meaning, and definition of directing. Students, when we discuss about the directing, then if we discuss from the general point of view or ordinary point of view, then directing means simply giving instructions and guiding people in doing a certain work. Students, you could have all experience that when you go to some unknown places, and if you are not aware with the roads or a particular location, you ask someone that where this particular place is. At that time, he or she guides you that go from this side, take first left turn and then right turn. This one is also example of the directing, because they are directing you to reach to your particular destination. So in general meaning, whenever you give any kind of the instructions or guidance, then it is considered as the directing. But when we are discussing from the viewpoint of the management, then in that particular point of view, directing is a particular process of instructing, guiding, motivating, leading, counseling, and coaching the people in the organization to achieve its objectives. Because as you know that in organization, different person come from a different background and they have their own notions of working. So, if organization wants that they should work in the manner which organization wants, they should work in the line of the planning of the organization. Organization has to keep on instructing them that what to do, how to do, when to do, and what is going to do. Okay, who is going to do? For that, they have to keep on guiding them that follow this method, follow this tools and equipments, and for extra activities and to increase the productivity, organization has to motivate them, to lead them, so that that will lead to the organizational objectives achievement. Ernest Dale has said in his work that directing is telling people what to do and seeing that they do it to the best of their ability. That is what the definition given by the scholar. Now let's watch this video to understand what the directing is and how it works. This video includes all the elements of directing.
It's okay. You're only human. There's some things you can do, and some things you can't. Let go. It's good enough. You've done enough. Now stop. Rest.
Instructor.
But deep inside, you know that all that is just an excuse. Rise. Get up. Get up. Move. Your best is one step away. One last push. One more time. Move. The best take time. Keep going.
Now, let's have the idea about the points of importance of directing. Directing initiates actions, it integration of employees' efforts, getting maximum out of individuals, facilitating change in the organization, and maintains stability and balance in the organization. Now let's discuss about all the points of importance in detail. First one, that initiates actions. How directing initiates actions? Before we discuss about this, let me give you an example, Vita, that in this time you all would be playing many real-time games, PUBG, Free Fire, Fortnite, Mind Maps. There are many games which you would be playing. Now, in that game, your character in the game moves forward, backward, right, left, or many other actions after you direct it from your device. You direct from your device that leftward or rightward or forward or backward, then that particular character comes into the action. In the same manner, directing initiates actions in the organization. All the resources which are human and non-human resources will come to the action once the supervisor, manager, or higher authority directs them about what they are supposed to do it, how they are supposed to do it, in the form of instructions, in the form of allocation of work, then and then all these resources comes to the action mode. Subordinate informs all the other person that as per the order of the top level management, we are supposed to do this thing with the help of this particular tool, and then the action starts. The employees in the organization, they start working when they get instructions from their superiors. Like you all have seen that all the teachers, they go to their class as per their timetable. So this is their action which is initiated through the direction only. The organization through timetable department gives the direction to the teachers that this is your timetable. As per this timetable, you have to go to this class in first lecture, this class, second lecture, another class. So this is what directing, which will lead to the action of the teachers who are going in the classroom as per the schedule. So directing initiates action. Integration of employees' efforts. To understand this point properly, let's take one example that you are the owner of the organization, which is a production firm. In that, there are three departments, that is purchase, production, and marketing. Now, in your organization, each and every individual employees will make their effort to get his work done. It means in your production firm, all the employees in the purchase department, will try to purchase the raw material at the best and cheapest price, whereas the employees of production department will try to produce the quality of the products which are set by the planning department, and all the employees who are putting their efforts to get the work done in the marketing department will try their level best to sell their product in the market, to market their products in the open market, so that the overall organizational objective of the organization can be achieved. But as you know, though they are working in a different department, they are interrelated. Like marketing department won't be able to market any product if the production department has not produced any products. Production department will not be able to produce anything if the raw material department will not purchase the product on time or raw materials on time. So this all employees of a different department are interrelated, and this efforts of the organizational employees will contribute positively only and only if these efforts are integrated, and directing will integrate these efforts. Directing through instructions and guidance will provide the information to the raw material department that purchase the raw material of certain quality and in certain quantity, so the production department will be able to produce the goods and marketing department will be able to provide these goods in the market on time. So this is how directing integrates the efforts of the individual employees of different department. Getting maximum out of individuals. How directing does this? Before we discuss anything, let's take the real life example of this, that how directing through motivation can change the life of a person. Simple example for this is MS Dhoni. It was the coach of his school cricket team who found the potentials in MS Dhoni about the cricketing, about the wicket keeping, and he motivated him to come in this field, and his motivation gave MS Dhoni to not only the cricket world but to the different areas also. MS Dhoni, who is very successful, and the credit for his success goes to the motivation of his school cricket coach. This is what directing can do. So each and every employees, each and every person in the organization, they have the potential to get the things done, but in the absence of proper motivation, if no one is there to motivate them, then their potential remains unused. But directing provides a motivation to individual so that we can get maximum out of them. In real life also, beta, many times it could have happened with you also, that you feel that this is not your cup of tea, but your parents or your teachers motivates you that yes, you can do it, baka. This kind of the motivation will help to get the things done, as well as it will help you to work to your fullest potentiality. So motivation is very important, and it is one of the element of directing. Next is facilitating change in the organization. Students, as you know, that organization works in the environment which keeps on changing. And if the organization wants to succeed in a market or sustain for a longer period of time, they have to adopt the changes taking place in the external environment. Each and every organization wants to make changes in the internal environment as per the changes taking place in the external. But most important problem which they face, that is the employees, because it is generally observed that employees resist these changes. Why they resist change? Because they feel that whatever the changes are going to be introduced, those changes are to remove them, or else they feel that whatever the style of working they have adopted, they have to adopt a new style of working because they are accustomed to a particular way of working. Because of this reason, they resist the change. But here, the directing helps in overcoming this particular resistance of the employee through motivation, leadership, and communication so that the employees are convinced that whatever the changes are going to introduce in the organization are not to replace them, but simply to help them. Clear? So that is why directing facilitates to bring the changes in the organization. Next one, that is stability and balance in the organization. Now, directing brings stability and balance in the organization. How it brings it? Students, you know that in an organization, there would be different groups of people who would be working with their own objective. These all people, they come from different background, they have a different educational qualification, different style of working, different belief, different theory of thinking. So when a different group of people with differentialities work together, it is possible that there would be certain conflicts at a certain point of time. It is bound to happen. We have to accept that when people from a different background with a different qualification and the different notions of working work together, there may be differences in the ideas, differences in the working environment, differences in the belief. So, if these differences are up to the certain limit, which doesn't harms the organizations of work, then there is no issue. But when their objectives, when their style of working and belief differs to a large extent, then it will affect the organizational objectives. If we take the example, then normally it is observed that owners always want more and more profit, whereas workers may always require more wages. Now, this both the goals are incompatible. So, this will lead to the conflicts among the different groups. Now, in this, directing helps to stabilize and maintain the balance in the organization, because if these conflicts are not addressed on time, then quite possible worker, manager may leave the organization and balance and stability may not be maintained. But directing will try to integrate this conflictive objectives of different interest groups in a positive manner. Like in our example, this directing may find out a way that if the workers want more wages, They will get it, but they have to work for an extra hour regularly. In this way, production will increase, productivity will increase, and as production increases, the cost of production decreases, and the margin of a product, margin of a profit of the organization increases. In this way, directing helped in the integration of these incompatible goals of owners and workers. This will lead to the smooth functioning in the organization and harmonic relations between owners and the workers that will bring stability and balance in the organization. Let's have a quick recap about what we have studied. We have discussed about importance of directing, and the points of importance of directing are initiates actions, integration of employees' effort, getting maximum out of individuals, facilitating change in the organization, stability and balance in the organization. It's time for assignment. An assignment for today are particular questions. First of all, what is directing? That is the concept or meaning of directing. Second, explain the importance of directing in detail. In this, we have to explain all the points of importance of directing. Next one, how directing facilitates changes in the organization. Next one, how directing initiates actions. And then final one, how directing brings stability and balance in an organization. I hope you all would be reply to these answers because this we have discussed today. The first one, it's a concept and meaning. Second one, it's a point of importance. Rest three are the points which we have discussed in the importance of directing itself. These are the individual points. Thank you very much. I hope the concept which I intended to convey, I could with the help of this video. Stay home, stay safe. Bye bye.